winter or spring? I have a lot to update you on. I have so much to update you on. I recently put a poll, and by recently I mean a few hours ago, on my Instagram asking you guys what kind of videos you would like to see on my channel, and all of you were pretty much just like, more vlogs please. So here we are. It's currently Tuesday dinner hour-ish, but I have so many things to show you. Number one update, what is it? I'm done final exams. Thank you, you're too kind. I did finish my last final a couple days ago, I think, and that was for my Renaissance literature class. So that's done. Honestly, I think it went okay. Probably not as well as my other final, but like I really did not. That's the thing, right? Like when I'm not passionate about a class, I never perform as well. I never put in as much work as in subjects I really adore. So like I really did not study very much for this one, but I think it was fine. We're also writing at the same time in the same room as a sociology class. English lit exams are usually 3 hours, but then literally 40 minutes later, all the sociology kids got up and left, and I was like, what does that feel like? What does it feel like to leave an exam without your hand crippled for like 5 hours? Update number 2, I finished my taxes. It was harrowing. I have been harrowed, but it is done. Today I've not been very productive, but I did go out yesterday with my mom. We went shopping because the main goal was to find textbooks or novels for my upcoming American Lit class, since I will be starting it's all online, a summer course in a couple weeks, I believe, a week and a half maybe. But I was trying to find some of the books that we'll be reading while we were out, because we went to a secondhand store first, and then we went to Chapters, and I didn't find anything I needed. And not surprisingly, I did buy a book, but just one. And so that's what I've been doing today, is just ordering everything I couldn't find either in the thrift store or at Chapters from Book Depository. So that is done for now, and I'm excited to show you them when they get here. But the one book I did find secondhand that I did buy is The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco. I really like this cover, and it was very nice and floppy. I have been hearing of this book for so many years, and so many people keep telling me to read this. Who did I first hear about this from? I've had 2 different professors at uni in my second year. One was a theory and criticism professor, and then actually a classical studies professor. Both recommended The Name of the Rose, as well as my dad. My dad has been recommending The Name of the Rose for a long time, so I finally saw it for $4, and I decided to pick it up. I don't know very much about this. I know it's historical, like it's set in 1327. All I've read from Umberto Eco, we read one of his essays, I believe, in that theory and criticism course, and it was about Casablanca. I think it was about Casablanca, if I'm not mistaken, the film. It says, Franciscans in a wealthy Italian abbey are suspected of heresy, and Brother William of Baskerville arrives to investigate. When his delicate mission is suddenly overshadowed by 7 bizarre deaths, Brother William turns detective. His tools are the logic of Aristotle, the theology of Aquinas, the empirical insights of Roger Bacon. Is this a murder mystery? I feel like I thought this was a romance. Oh, there's a map. I do have a very random haul of just random things I got while my mom and I were out to show you. This is random haul time with Emma. So the first thing I got, little potion bottle. How could I leave a little potion bottle? I don't know, look at this. Oh, I just love that, so nice. And then the next thing I got It's like a little trivet, I guess, but I think I'm gonna use it to like put on my bed and have like my coffee and maybe like toast, or like just have breakfast in bed kind of on it. I just thought it was so cute. It's so cute and it looks so nice, and now I can put my little potion bottle on it. Okay, guess what the next thing is. If you said fake grapes, you would be correct. We went to Michael's and I picked up some fake grapes because I wanted to make earrings out of them, and I did, and here they are. Here are my earrings. And then the last thing I have to show you, a couple of my friends came over last night and they came over with a gift for me. How nice is that? Here it is. Look at this. It is a teapot of Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. I might even have some tea in it tonight, but I just want to show you because I really, really like this and I feel like you guys will appreciate that. So that is my little teapot. As for reading updates, what am I currently reading? I am currently reading Polikushka by Tolstoy, which is a short story. I could honestly, I just don't really like it. I just don't really like it. Tolstoy, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with Tolstoy and I. We are experiencing a huge rift in our relationship. And it's something I wish we could sit down and talk about. But it's only his books and I who are left to duke it out. Polikushka is a very short story about a man named Polikushka, and he has been kind of a drunk his whole life. He is a serf on the property of his mistress, and after too many accidents, too many drunken nights, she kind of vows to turn his whole life around, I guess. He is given the very trusted task of going out to pick up money and bring it back to her, but this has some tragic consequences. I'm still reading Beautiful Nightmares by KJ Sutton. I honestly thought I would be very much farther along than I currently am, but this is a huge book. So I'm currently 297 pages through. I'm loving this. I'm really okay, wait, so I am loving it overall. The Fortune of Sworn series, this is the 4th book, is my favorite fantasy romance series, hands down. I've been waiting all year to read this. I've been rereading the series, as you guys know, and I've been reading one book a month, and so this is the 4th book, hence it is April, and it's just been great. I've really been loving it. This one opens up, and we've kind of been in the same place up until here because it kind of follows the events from the last book, so we've just kind of been in the same place for 300 pages, and that's something I really feel about the Fortune of Sworn books, is that it feels like so much is happening, but then when you kind of look back at the page number you're on, you're like, how are we 300 pages in? Like, this stuff feels like it could have gone down in 50 pages, but like so much happens, but at the same time, not very much happens. Like, we're still kind of in the same place here. As you can see, I have dog-eared a couple scenes. I love Laurie. I think he's turning into one of my biggest book crushes in a while, which is great because we haven't had a new one to add to the roster since, I don't even remember who. But anyway, I am 300 pages in. I really can't say anything without spoiling it, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. I'm not sure if I'll be finished this before the month runs out. I feel like no, because I still have like 400 pages left to go. But I have not been reading this that fast, to be honest. But I feel like now that things are kind of picking up pace, I'm very intrigued. Good morning, my beautiful friends. It's snowing once again. What is happening? Does anyone know what's happening? The other day, it was 25 degrees Celsius, which for me is quite hot, very warm. And now it's back to snowing again, and it's almost May. I'm confused. Everyone's confused. My neighbors are out on their balcony looking at the sky. It is 1 o'clock right now, and I haven't really done much this morning except for clean the apartment. I'm currently washing my sheets because it's just like a cold, snowy day, and I'm probably just gonna stay inside and try to have a cozy reading day. But that's the thing as well, is that ever since school ended, I honestly have just felt like I don't know what to do with myself. just because it's like a whole new world right now. And like the other night I was literally like, you know what, I might as well just start my readings for my summer course. And my roommate was like, you are insane, stop, don't do it, just relax. And I was like, you're right, you are right, but I don't know how. So that is kind of the goal for today, is just to enjoy the time off and not want to start anything new, not get into any new projects, and just do like a cozy reading vlog with you guys, because that's really the goal. So I do have a few packages coming today with a couple books that I ordered, like I was telling you about, so I'm waiting for those to get here. And then I might do like a bookshelf reorganization. I also have just a bunch of random stuff I want to get done today. I need to actually submit my taxes, or like pay them, I guess. I'm kind of unclear on how to do that, but I'm gonna look it up. And then I do maybe want to be finishing Polykushka by Tolstoy today, but I don't know. So I just made a cup of hot cinnamon spice tea, and I am sitting down. I think what I'm gonna do is get a few things done. Like I'm gonna do a couple of emails and then hopefully just finish my tax for the year, or last year. And then I do have Polykushka here, which I might finish today, although probably, I want to say probably not, because with this one I've literally just been reading the amount of pages necessary to finish it by the end of the month, because I'm just not into it. But like I literally only have 20 pages left. But I don't think I'm even gonna finish it today, because it's just like I don't want to pick it up, I don't care, I'm not invested, and I don't like it, which is upsetting. But we'll see, because I do think what Polykushka, the story, is discussing is very important, but I'm just not really into it. And then I did read a bunch more Fortuna Sworn last night. I've been getting more motivated to pick it up, but even with this one, I'm not in a reading slump, I'm just like in a funk right now. I just feel very not motivated at all. I feel like I don't want to do anything. I feel like I don't know what to do with myself, which is so strange, because, well, it's not really that strange, because I think I know why it's happening, but I was so excited for exams to finally be over, like to stop stressing about them, and just to have them out of the way, and to, you know, have my marks in, and to just kind of celebrate finally completing like a year of school. But now that that's over, I'm just kind of like aimless. I'm really feeling aimless and like demotivated, and I'm not sure what to do, because I'm just not used to it anymore. Like not having school to think about and not having something pressing to do. And now that I just feel like a jellyfish that's been unmoored from, I don't know, just floating in the sea. I just finished a little home cardio workout. I was planning to go for a run, but I got outside and it was so cold, and like tears were coming down my face, and I was just like, you know what? Maybe tonight we stay in. So it's now 6:30, and I just made I tried to make a milkshake. Every time this happens, it really just turns out to be like ice cream. So there's 2 bananas, some vegan vanilla yogurt, ice, and oat milk. It's so good. And then I'll probably have something more later. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now after working out, feeling less in a fog, feeling less demotivated, so good. I finished my smoothie, I showered, I'm in pajamas, and it came, ooh, it's green. Okay, so this is Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. I've never read from Ralph Ellison before, and when I saw it on the syllabus, I was really excited because I've heard lots about this book. I've just never read it, obviously. So we won't be getting to Invisible Man for a while in this course, I think, but like the course is only 3 months long. We'll be getting to it soon anyway. I don't really know what this is about, if I'm being honest. The nightmare journey across the racial divide, which tells unparalleled truths about the nature of bigotry and its effects on the minds of both victims and perpetrators. And it gives us an entirely new model of what a novel can be. And it's so floppy. It's so floppy. So the syllabus for this class has come out, and I am excited about a few pieces, but I was telling you guys before that I wasn't super excited to take this course in the first place, especially because a lot of the bigger novels we're reading I either don't really love them or I've already read them, including stuff like The Scarlet Letter, some Herman Melville. Yeah, I was very upset to see that Edgar Allan Poe is not on the syllabus, which is probably the person I was most looking forward to, besides Toni Morrison, who is on the syllabus. Thank goodness. They put Beloved on the syllabus, which I've already read, but I'm really excited to reread Beloved because it's been a couple years now. But anyway, this is the first one that came in, and I love it. I don't know what edition this is. It's vintage. It's the Vintage International Edition. Today, the only progress I've made is in Beautiful Nightmares. A little bit further of the way through. I got to page 370. It's like once I actually pick this up and start reading, it flies by so quickly because this is such an easy book to read. It's not giving me the same, well, no, it is. It's just giving me like a different spark than the other 3 books in the series so far have. So far, the 3rd book in the series, which is, oh god, Deadly Dreams. I think Deadly Dreams was my favorite, but so far I am really liking this, and there's still more than halfway to go. I've just been kind of in that jelly mood all day where I don't actually feel like I can sit down and read, but when I do actually read, like, I just fly through it, so. Good morning. So in an effort to actually try and just relax and enjoy my time off, I decided to have my coffee in bed this morning and just read, just have a good time reading this morning because I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have anything to be doing yet. And it felt really nice actually. And I did make a decent chunk again in this. So I'm now 418 pages through. I feel like I really picked up the pace of this, but I do stop every time I get to a certain chapter perspective. Or just like when something happens. It's not a spoiler, so I'll talk about it, but I think I've mentioned this before. I'm not someone who enjoys dreamscape or dream sequences sections in books at all, and in Fortuna Sworn that is like a very huge part of the book because even in the first one, Fortuna, our main character, has basically like an imaginary friend, a made-up friend who she sees every night when she falls asleep. His name is Oliver, and it's kind of this thing she's built from childhood to deal with like her trauma and to deal with her nightmares. And so every time she falls asleep, she meets up with Oliver in the dreamscape, which is really just her mind, her subconscious, and Oliver essentially is the placeholder and takes care of all of her nightmares so that she doesn't experience them herself. But throughout the 4 books, like things with Oliver and things within the dreamscape have been changing. If I'm honest, I kind of just skimmed the scenes with Oliver and the scenes where they're in the dreamscape because just as a reader, like that's not something I really want to read. I'm not really invested in dreams. So in this book, they are starting to reveal some things about Fortuna's past, which we've been dying to get answers for so long. So that's kind of the reason why I would say most invested in the dreamscape in this novel. But when I get to those chapters, I still just stop and I'm like, oh, how long do I have to endure Oliver in the dreamscape? So that's the chapter that I stopped at this morning, but I did manage to get a really decent way through, and so much is happening now. Oh my gosh, so much is happening. If I can make it through the scene, maybe I'll read a little bit more, but I think I'm gonna do some yoga this morning. Just try to relax, like the sun is back out. What's wrong? Oh my god. Why do I have to go to my roommate's job? Oh my god, where's the headphones? Oh my god, I know nothing about actuarial science. What am I supposed to be listening for? Yeah. Everything's fine. Yield curves. Any questions? Should I ask a question? Oh my god, what kind of chart is that? Yep. It is now that time of the day where I obsessively check to see if my grades are in again. How many times a day can I check? I don't know. I've probably set the record. Okay. No, it's not in. I'm also gonna pay my summer tuition today. It hurts a little bit. So I have had just a very active out and about day. It's now 7:30. I just had breakfast. Breakfast at 7:30. I just had dinner, some pasta. Shortly before that, I went for a run, and then you guys saw this afternoon I went on a walk with my mom and Evie and I ran about and had a really good time. And then I did do yoga this morning as well, so it was just like a very active day, and I feel so much better because yesterday I was in the worst mood of my life. I also feel I literally feel so freaking loved. Can I just say that to you guys? Thank you so much. I feel so loved, and I hope you do too. I'm sending you so much love. I did go to my P.O. box today, and then I went to my grandma's. I've just been out all day pretty much, but my grandma and I love to open your packages and your letters together. I hope that's okay. I imagine it is, but yeah, we just love talking and going through everything, and it's just great. And I got a ton of books, but I will be filming a book haul because you guys also asked for a book haul. Most of you asked for book hauls in my Instagram poll as well, so if you did send me something, freaking thank you so much. It's gonna be in the next book haul, but there are a few non-bookish items that I wanted to show here. I wanted to say a huge thank you to SJ. You literally made me feel so loved. She sent me the cutest package I've ever received in my life, and then I also got the nicest care package from Rebecca. Rebecca, if you're watching this, thank you so much. Rebecca sent me a couple of her favorite teas, and they're both rose tea. This one is amazing because it's like a wooden box. Like, this is so cool. I've never seen anything like this before. This just looks so fancy. I thank you. Oh my god, I'm so excited to try those. I've had rose hip tea before. I'm not sure if that's technically the same as rose tea. I don't think it is, right? Because rose hip tea, like rose hip, is a different plant, if I'm not mistaken. She also gave me some cute washi tapes. Obsessed. She also literally read my mind because I was literally about to order some of these, but she sent me a ton of clear sticky notes. Oh my gosh, I haven't been able to find any, so thank you so much, because I'm gonna put these all in my books, and then you can like paste them, stick them, and then write on it, so you don't actually have to write on your book. I don't have any qualms about writing in books. I just think these are so aesthetic. I have really picked up like pen paling solely because of all of you guys who send me anything and leave your address. Like I get so giddy, obviously because of what you send me, but then I also like have a little box beside my desk now with so many letters and addresses I need to reply to, but I've just been having the best time ever. Like it's become a hobby, like making little cards, sometimes attaching tea. I've heard that doesn't always work because a couple of you guys have let me know that like security or the post office or whatever has completely ripped open my parcel because they thought I was sending you drugs, but it was just tea. It was just green tea, damn it. This next picture I'm about to show you, because it is a picture, is from Hans, and he sent me a gorgeous frame. What the hell? I'm so sad to tell you that the glass did shatter, as you can probably see. So it's still okay though, because honestly I think this looks amazing, and I do have some frames. So this is like my dream world. This is where I am mentally in my head 24/7. Thank you so much. Like I love this. I love this. Like this is where I want to live. And then finally, I don't know who did this. Someone sent me a drawing kit. I imagine it's because you watched my video where I was talking about how I'm bad at drawing. I've had like this whole thing growing up where I've art class in school, in elementary, in high school, in whatever has always been my lowest mark ever, and it's just been like this really awful thing that's haunted me throughout my whole life. But now you send me this. I don't even know what half the things in here are, but maybe this will spur me on to a new journey where I actually don't think of like drawing or painting as something negative, something really awful, something dramatic, but maybe something that I can have a new start at potentially. So thank you so much. I will definitely need to experiment and look up, or just ask Carolyn. I'm just gonna ask Carolyn. One of my best friends is an illustrator, so she'll obviously be able to tell me, but I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. I'm so excited to film a book haul as well because there were so many gems. I have a lot of filming I want to do tomorrow. Is tomorrow already Friday? I don't even know. And I really want to read more of Beautiful Nightmares. Also, I finished a book. I finished Polykushka by Tolstoy, which was in this edition, and I just can't be bothered about it. I really can't be bothered about it. I don't know. It was honestly just boring. It honestly just bored me. I'm so sorry. It's a very serious, very dark story about Polykushka, who is, like I was saying, is sent on an errand to deliver some money from his mistress, like from the mistress of the house. And he is like so proud to be given this job because he's like turning his life around. He's not drinking. He's like, you know what, I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna drink. I'm not gonna do anything unlawful. He accidentally loses the envelope with all the money in it, and he is so distraught when he returns to the house that I don't want to spoil it, but there's huge tragic consequences, and then the other consequences from like the people who actually find the envelope with the money in it and other things like that. There's also the huge theme of soldiers getting conscripted in here, how that can be avoided. You can pay out. There is a choice where I think if you have enough rubles you can pay to get someone out of conscription, out of the army. And yeah, all in all, I honestly thought, I don't know, I really didn't have any thoughts about it, to be honest. I was just kind of bored the whole time. I was not invested. I was not there. So if you guys have read Polykushka, let me know what you think. I just don't really have, like, I just, thoughts empty, no head. Oh my god, that's so good. I just made the rose tea and it is so good. Rebecca, I'm obsessed with it. That was the Huntington one. It's so sweet and like so, I don't know, I've just never tasted tea like that before. That is amazing. I feel like this might be my new favorite tea. It kind of reminds me of like cotton candy. I don't know, it's really good. I usually don't like really sweet teas, but this one is in a way that feels like kind of natural. It's now, I think, almost 9 o'clock. I have a candle going, and I think I'm just gonna get into bed and read a little bit. I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm not feeling tired at all, but I'm definitely just gonna keep reading wherever it is. Beautiful Nightmares. I am also listening to an audiobook that this week I've just totally forgot to talk about, and that is XOXO by Axio. Mostly because like I do have a lot to say about it actually, but it's just like I'm not really thoroughly enjoying it. So I'll probably talk about XOXO tomorrow. It is a young adult like K-pop romance. So yeah, but I'm gonna get into bed and just read. I'm so excited. I feel like the relaxing thing and like just taking time for myself has gone really well today, so I'm quite proud of myself, and I feel like I might have another one of these because it was just so good. I'm the nasty grape flavor of everything that no one likes. So today is now Friday. It's sunny again. So yes, this is a young adult romance, I guess. We follow Jenny, who is Korean American, and she's living in Los Angeles with her mom when they get a call from her grandma who lives in Korea, and she's sick, so they go to Korea together. But a couple weeks, I think it is, before they leave, she meets this guy in her uncle's karaoke bar. And she doesn't really know too much about him, but they end up having like a really fun, weird night together. They have a karaoke off, there's like this instant connection, and then eventually they, I don't know, some things happen and they spend like the night together going to a festival, getting food together, and just doing weird random things, even though they're strangers to each other. But then at the end of the night, he's like, you know what, I have to go, I don't know if I'm gonna see you again. And he really strangely gets picked up in like this ominous black van that looks kind of weird, and she's like, oh my god, did I just spend the night with like a gangster? He gives her his number and then he never texts her back, and she's like, well, that was rude. Then when she gets to Seoul, she meets a couple other of his friends, and it's like really weird that they know each other. But then she like sees on the screen in front of her at like the store this music video of this K-pop group, and it turns out that he is part of the K-pop group and he is an idol, and he is part of the group XOXO, the K-pop group. And it turns out that they're going to the same school because Jenny has gotten into one of the performing arts schools in South Korea. What I will say is that like it's just not doing anything for me. Like it's really not doing anything for me. It's supposed to be definitely like a K-pop fanfic, but it's just like, I feel like it's so bland, it's so boring. I'm really not seeing very much chemistry. A lot of this book also focuses on Jenny's new friends at the school, and of course the rest of the boys in XOXO. And she eventually starts to form a relationship with Cheul, who is the guy that she's seeing. But like, I'm really just not feeling it. Like, no butterflies are being had. I really don't care. I don't like Jenny too much as a character. She is going to the performing arts school to play cello, to do performance cello, I guess. But I just like, I don't feel their connection at all, and like the whole issue with their relationship is obviously that he's an idol and like he's not really allowed to date, he's not really supposed to date, that's like the rule, and so they kind of have to hide their relationship, and obviously she ends up feeling quite jaded, left out, jealous a lot of the time because he of course has to, you know, talk to his fans, respond to his fans, he can't be seen out in public with her, and so like that's where a lot of the issue is coming from. But like, Jenny to me seems like a normal human being, but she is quite boring, and like I said, there's no really spark there. Whereas Cheul, I feel like he really was just given the beautiful, godly, perfect, impossible K-pop physique, and like that's his whole character. It's just not a lot of substance here, and I'm just kind of bored with it. I think the romance is pretty poorly done and poorly executed because it feels like there wasn't a lot of tension. Like when they first met in LA and they had like their night, I was like, okay, this is like cool, there's some like funny tension, there's banter, there's whatever. But as the story progresses, like it's just very vanilla. Like it's just quite boring, it's just quite plain, the way that they talk to each other, the way that they interact. I'm like, do you guys even like each other? I don't know, it feels like she just likes him because there's nothing not to like, and he likes her because I don't know why, because she was the first person who spoke to him like he was a normal person because she didn't know who he was at the time. I don't know. So anyway, I'm just gonna finish it because I only have 3 hours left in the audiobook, but definitely not a new favorite. I'm not usually a fan of young adult romance, but I thought maybe this one could be interesting. That's really sad. Plus the cover I think is gorgeous, but we'll see how it ends. I'll definitely let you know if my thoughts change. But yeah, I just filmed my April wrap-up, so now I'm gonna sit down to edit it, and then I do want to go for a run in a little bit. I bought some new workout clothes just to get motivated to keep running, and yeah, I'm really happy about that. So I'm gonna edit this wrap-up, and then I'm gonna get out in the nice spring weather. Happy Plugs also very kindly gifted me one of their new earphones. This one I think is the Air One Zen. Or no, this one is the Air One Plus, and I've been using them for I think 3 weeks now. I want to try them out a little bit before telling you guys about them, but this is what I've been listening to exclusively to listen to audiobooks or when I go for a run. So I'll leave a discount link down below. They very kindly gave me one, and it is HP ME15 because it's Happy Plugs is the brand. They're based in Sweden, and yeah, I really love these. This is my second pair now. I'm gonna sign off the vlog here. It's now 9:30 and I did manage to finish XOXO. Unfortunately, I did give this one 2 stars. It was just a really big letdown. Honestly, just everything about it, the execution, I just did not care about this book at all. So sadly, that was a 2 star and I really had high hopes for it. So I'm definitely gonna pick up another audiobook, but I'm also gonna start another vlog. So maybe we can pick a book together there. But I hope you have enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're keeping as well as you possibly can. I'm sending each and every one of you the biggest hug. Thank you guys so much for everything you do and are, and I will see you probably very soon, I'm assuming. So until then, ciao.